Hey, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, the honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hope elect, the house of David. Let's get into this. This is going to be a LambBack lesson off the elder brother Banyum Yum, from the GMS Mississippi camp, as the title of his lesson say, if you can't be selfish, you can't make it till the end, Because yes, there's a certain amount of selfishness that there's a certain amount of selfish decisions that you're going to have to make to make it to the end, And I had wanted to play bits of his video first before I get into it,
Did not work for them. Trying to be somebody in this world hasn't worked. Trying to be every denomination and religion on planet Earth to see what benefit them has not worked. Street culture has not worked. Black culture has not worked. Picking up, starting elsewhere has not worked. The only thing that works is returning unto Yahweh Shai, converting and being healed spiritually. And that way you're accepted by the Lord. Right? And as it is written, many are called, but few are chosen. So it's beyond being called. You have to continue to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And you have to have a level of selfishness to do that. Because people can hurt your feelings, people can break your heart. You can get fired and demoted from a job. You can be treated like a piece of crap. People can run you off the road in traffic. Someone can steal your parking spot in the grocery store. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is if you're doing what you're supposed to do with a level of selfishness.
And I'm going to stop it right there because he's totally right, He's totally right, because look, you're going to have to be selfish to make it in, Like, now I'm not saying you being tight-fisted, you being isolated, you trying to say I can do this by myself, I don't need to be a part of the body, none of that. Now, what I mean is you're going to have to be selfish and pull yourself from out of this world, To pull yourself out of this world. What he called you to be separate. What holy, he called you to be holy. Holy means separate from this world. And if you become separate from this world, what are you doing? You're cutting off your family. You're cutting off your status, the status of this world. You're cutting off being a big shaker in this world, Because what? Because it's a saying they have in this world. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. It's about your connections, your networking, And by cutting yourself off from this world, you can't be a real connection, a real connection in this world. Because what, you ain't chasing this world like that, Because people chase this world, to gain this world, but also, if they gain this world, those of them that are cleave to them, like their family, friends of this world, what? Got access to what they gained, Oh, you're a rapper? Guess what? Your homies, all your friends, your families, they gonna benefit from that. You're a great ball player, a great gambler, whatever so have you. A great actor, or model, whatever, What, your friends and family can benefit from that. But guess what? You gotta sell out. Because there's different levels to it. Like once you reach a certain level, you gotta sell out. And what? You end up selling your soul to this world for the riches of this world. But because what? You made a selfish decision to chase Yahweh Shema Shai, what they can't pull from you. They can't pull from you. Hell, they'll even cast you out of their presence. You know? Because your selfish decision is actually not a selfish decision, I forgot what this technique is called. This is a technique in gardening. I call it technique, so I don't know another word to call it, but it's when they cut off a piece of a plant, right? And go plant that cut off piece of a plant so it can quickly grow. It already got a head start. And that's what you're doing. You cut yourself off from this world, fashion yourself in the image of Yahweh Shai so you can grow for the benefits of your people, of your family. Because what? Because you doing that is actually gonna help and save others. What? Because what? You became a teacher. You became a teacher, preacher. You start pushing the words. You start pushing Yahweh Shema Shai word. What? Helping everybody else, those that would hear. So what? You're helping. Even though you made that selfish decision, you're helping more people than you actually would have if you would have remained in the world, in that lifestyle. Let me get this. This second Philippians. This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. Listen. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my present only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's a selfish decision you made. Why? Because that selfish decision is actually going to save many. Let me see, can I find this? Here it is, right here. Because that selfish decision, what? It's going to save other people. It's going to help save other people. Because what? Now that you made yourself a part of the body of Yahweh Shema Shai, people that help you are going to be blessed, are going to be saved, are going to be helped. Listen to this. I'm going to start from verse 34. I might jump down. This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hunger, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in, naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and when fed thee, or thirsty, and we gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So you making that self decision, you searching out your own salvation, making yourself separate, and going out into the world doing the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, and those people that help you, bless you, or do good things towards you, guess what? They just got a blessing. Because you made a separate decision to cut yourself off from this world and follow Yahweh Shem Shai, other people are going to be blessed by your teachings, by them just helping you, you know? That scripture that says, be careful when thou entertain strangers, because you might have entertained an angel. Angel means messenger. That can apply to us, because what? We know if someone treat us bad, do us wrong, what Yahweh Shem Shai gonna judge them. And the brothers I've seen people judged from doing me wrong. Brothers have seen people judged from doing them wrong. Wait till that blessing come. Now, I'm not saying that scripture actually meant us. It's talking about the angel, but that can be applied to that. Just thinking about it, Just thinking about it, because we know, if someone were to mistreat the body, they done. But if someone would have blessed the body, that one moment, that one move, that one charity work could be all that they would need for them to be saved. Just because you made that selfish decision to cut yourself off from this world, from your family, friends, status, ambitions of this world, and you chose to follow after Yahweh Shem Shai, So that selfish decision is just it's not actually selfish. It's a decision made in the long term. It's a decision made for the long game. It's a decision that's made for the long game. Because of that, you're going to save many people. And it's all through Yahweh Shem Shai. Because Yahweh Shai was that seed. Yahweh Shai started this all, started this ministry off. He bore fruit, and those fruit gave seeds, and so on and so forth. So yeah. That selfish decision is gonna work out for many. I think that's why I might title the lesson if I can remember it. So yeah, with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing, Shalom.